Almost every American family at some stage will experience or has experienced a case of mental affliction, and we have to offer something more than crowded custodial care in our state institutions.
I think the need was pretty apparent all across the nation. It was an interesting time when the potential for various kinds of disability states was being realized much more acutely.
Our task is to prevent these conditions. Our next is to treat them more effectively and sympathetically in the patient's own community. I hope the Congress will act on this bill.
So that people wanted to see if they could use the knowledge that each individual discipline had and apply it through communication, interdisciplinary action to improve the status of these people. I heard about it one day from a special educator, Don Cavan, and he was trying to write a proposal, and the feeling was that somebody with a medical background should be involved with him. And so the two of us teamed up and wrote the proposal. Hard to believe that that was 50 years ago, because it was an exciting time in my life, and it was an exciting time in the field nationally and internationally. Herschel Nisonger was a delightful, pipe-smoking, leading avant-garde, I would say, in the field of special education, who introduced me to Washington and the politics that go on behind the scenes. So I thought, you know, we're putting on this building, why shouldn't it be named after this famous member of the faculty who has done so much in Washington to bring progress in these fields?
Over the years, I learned that respect and caring characterized all interactions with people with disabilities and their families at the Nisonger Center.
Well, I would say exposure certainly was a big piece of it. I was exposed to settings and especially very restrictive settings with individuals who had really few options for learning or developing, and it opened my eyes to things I had never been aware of. And so I became really committed at that point in especially serving individuals who had so few options.
I also learned that very impactful research was conducted at Nisonger, and that it was held in high regard not only nationally but internationally.
The research that is done is like a hidden gemstone. People don't realize how much research is done, and it really is something that Ohio State University should, promote and shine, some light on, because it's a shining star.
And I feel like I'm a different person now than I was before, and I'm definitely a different practitioner. And it's going to color the way I go forward as far as my research and how I'm going to continue to progress. So the Nisonger Center has fundamentally changed how I practice.
I was excited to find out that there was interdisciplinary training at the Nisonger Center, because I think that affords the greatest opportunity for all of those young professionals to work together.
With my daughter in early intervention, we were able to watch the classroom through the one-way mirrors, which is a great treat. So I could really see all the professionals, the OTs, the PTs, the teachers, all interacting with her. And having that opportunity was just really eye-opening to see how much expertise there was here.
And I started going to ECE when I was only 4 years old. I only remember going a little bit, but Mom says I love coming here.
I love see the people when working with the kids, and the people working in the centers. Sometimes invite my kids to see and play with other kids in other rooms, and the attention, the dedication for the people, for the kids, for me is amazing.
The kindness of the people there was so helpful to me. I remember that the receptionist secretary outside the play therapy program was someone I looked forward to talking to every week, because I knew that she was familiar with the path we were walking, in a way that none of my neighbors could quite appreciate.
Our son, Coley, suffered a traumatic brain injury. He had epiglottitis. He went several minutes without oxygen in the hospital. My wife and I were devastated. He was an only child at the time. They took us in, and he spent 3 full years here. Our happiest day in that whole 3-year span was when Nisonger accepted him into their program.
Back at the time that I was here, individuals had a very difficult time getting services like dental work or psychiatry, and now Nisonger offers a whole array of services for individuals who have special needs. So I've really seen a lot of expansion of services and a lot more community outreach.
It's willingness to work with the community and to train the community how to see persons with developmental disabilities as persons and not labels.
They have taught me through my work in the LEND program and through my clinicals at the Nisonger Center, the one thing, nothing for me without me. That is the one thing that has really kind of centered me in my practice.
And then I came here about 6 years ago. I got the work here after I got interviewed with Tamara and Dr. Tassay. I learned a lot too from being here.
My wife and I got quite a bit of help from the psychologists here who gave us advice on how to behave. The psychologist's name was Henry Leland, who gave me the best piece of advice I've ever had. He said to us that Coley, like every human being, is entitled to a certain amount of space in the world. Don't ever be embarrassed to take him out. Don't ever be shy about including him in anything. We've lived, for the last 38 years, we've lived that to the fullest.
When I first came into Nisonger Center, I think what was most obvious to me was that there was a huge amount of expertise and opportunity there.
You have some wonderful people that are working with us in the community to make a difference in the lives of people. You're just a blessing to us and to the community at large. And the research that comes out of Nisonger Center has impacted the lives of many people.
Yeah, I've become more independent and responsible for when I'm working here. See, when I help with the clinic rooms, I see a lot of the people there that get the help too that they need.
My first impression of Nisonger Center was just one of such quality and genuine caring. You know, when you're a parent of a little one who has a developmental disability, you're really looking for a lot of support. You need a lot of support.
From age 3.5 to age 6.5, more than 36 people here at Nisonger, psychologists, play therapists, occupational therapists, worked with Coley and helped him immensely.
With the training that I received from Nisonger, I have a passion for service, not only through the Franklin County Board of Developmental Disabilities, but also within the community and working with young people and trying to inspire them to become the best they can be and to build a life worth living.
I met so many wonderful people here at Nisonger Center, people who then became my colleagues, my friends, and I have continued to work with them throughout the years.
With the caliber of individuals that they have there and the vision that they have, I see only remarkable things for Nisonger Center, and I'd like to think that they would continue to be leaders in post-secondary opportunities and all the research that they have going on. It wouldn't surprise me if Nisonger Center was at the heart of something really big.
What did you produce in life? And I have to think back that these people are still producing, and I had a chance to be included in their career development, and they're very productive across the scene in the country now. That's the reward.
Nisonger gave us hope. That was the single most important thing that they did for my wife and for me. We had no hope coming in here, and we left here with a great deal of hope.